Hi everyone, I'm back from vacation. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was perfect. I have so much to share with you. I do have a separate video that should already be uploaded. It's basically a slideshow with pictures of all the places we went to, the people that we were with, the things that we did. So you kind of have a basic idea in visual form of how our vacation went from beginning to end. Please check it out. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's so important. It will mean a lot to me because that's the way you're going to get heads up on all the future videos that I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be a long time of videos. And also the ones that I've already have up, which I think this will be number 39 if I'm not mistaken, 39 or 40. So, I mean, and I've just been on YouTube a little bit over a month, maybe a month and a half if I'm not mistaken, more or less. But I wanted just to kind of share with you my experience, how my vacation went. Like I said before, it was amazing. It was perfect. It can have been any better. I'm very happy, very pleased. Tomorrow I have to go back to work. But you know, I have to keep working because that's the only way I'm going to be able to keep doing what I do with my family. And unfortunately, we have to pay our bills. We need money for everything. Money does not give happiness whatsoever, but it does calm the nerves. As Julio Iglesias once said in his concert, money doesn't bring happiness, but it does calm the nerves because we need it to survive. We need it, like I said, to pay our bills. We need it for vacations, for fun things, to buy things. We need it to put food on the table, gas in our cars, just everything. I mean, money is a necessity in this life to survive. And it doesn't buy happiness, it doesn't buy love, but it can bring moments of joy. And like I said, it's a survival thing. So unfortunately, I have to go back to work tomorrow. I do miss my coworkers, and I want to see them and share with them what my whole vacation, but I don't want to stop resting and having fun, so what can I say? That's life. Anyway, going back to what I really want to talk to you about, because I don't want this video to be long, or God forbid to go over 30 minutes and I have to do a part 2. That is like my pet peeve. Unfortunately, sometimes we cannot help it, so please bear with us. But anyway, our first direction that we went into was LA. We went to LA for 5 days. We had an amazing hotel. It was like an apartment hotel. You walked in, it had a living room, a microwave, refrigerator, kitchen. Then you went into a room and it had a queen size bed in your own private room with a bathroom. I mean, it was just gorgeous. I mean, it was just perfect. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And so it was great to have a good first step. We had drove, I believe, a little bit over 10 hours because we made quite a few stops. God, what time did we leave? I want to say 9 in the morning, if I could recollect correctly. And we got there maybe 6, 7 in the evening. Don't quote me on that time, but that's a rough estimate. Oh my God. And it was perfect. That night we were just wanting just to settle in, and we were hungry. We just wanted a nice dinner. So my husband just wanted to stay in the hotel and just have a couple of beers. He really didn't want to make another move. And fortunately, right next door was the Outback Jack Steakhouse. So me and my girls, we decided we're going to just go ahead and have dinner and splurge a little bit. And we did, and it was amazing food. We don't have it here in our town. We don't even have it in the next big city. It's like 4 hours away to the next one. So we don't get to go often, but the food was amazing. We went back to our hotel, just settled in some more, took our showers, felt fresh, and just looked forward to the next day. The next day we went to Universal Studios, which we had never been. It was amazing. We got there, and I just enjoyed it. I mean, I've been to Disneyland a couple of times. I am not impressed. I'm so sorry, Disneyland. I really am. I think it's wonderful for children, little children, and maybe teenagers, but I'm so over it. It really, there's nothing Disney can do to really impress me. And I hate to say that because I know the world loves Disney, but I have to be true to myself. I have to be honest. I have no desire to go back to Disney. there's just nothing for me there. And my kids are pretty much adults now, so if they want to go back and have fun, that's great. I think it's great. But for me, I'm kind of over it. So I'm glad we went to Universal Studios. None of us had ever been there, and we were very impressed, very pleased. I mean, they have wonderful rides. Like I've told you before, my son's autistic. He's into dinosaurs and everything that has to do with Titanic and New York and all this stuff. And there was a Jurassic Park ride that he just was crazy about and had a lot of fun. And there was a lot of things that he liked that was there, and that's why we chose Universal Studios, because we wanted to have a little bit of everything that everybody liked. My favorite one was the studio tour. You get in this like kind of trolley thing, and then they take you all through Universal Studios, all through the different stages where different shows are done or filmed, different shows, like I believe it was Friends or The Office, one of those. Straight Outta Compton was there. It had the name on the building. Just many different ones for years and years and years. I believe they had Jaws. They had the dinosaurs coming out. They showed how when unfortunately the weather doesn't always do what we want it to do in the moment, so we have to create the weather that they want over there, which is like rain or storms or lightning. And so they showed us how that was done, and it was like real effects, like right in front of your eyes, coming right at you. So it's like a lot of screaming, but it was so neat. It showed us how films were done, and like I said, how different shows or movies were done on that very property. And in fact, as we were going through it, one of the shows was being filmed in progress, so we had to kind of stop and be quiet for a few minutes till we got through there. But it was just like every movie, every show you can think of, from years back to the present time, things that are coming in the future, you got to be like part of that movie. You got to be into the effects of it, and that was just my favorite part. There was also another ride, I forgot what the name of it was, but it was kind of 3D, and it was like your car was actually in it, and it was going through all these characters and all this stuff, and my son was just coming out of his skin with joy. And so that was kind of the two highlights for me. But my girls, they went on. I told them, go ahead, you know, they're young, and you know, I didn't want them to stop for us in case we just wanted to browse or just check things out. So they kind of went separately and went on all the rides they could possibly go on, which I thought was great. And then, you know, we went on the rides that my son wanted to go on to make him happy, and we enjoyed it. I mean, we were there all day, pretty much from like 3 to 10 at night. It was a lot of walking, a lot of being in the lines. Unfortunately, what I didn't know, I didn't realize, and for anybody that has a disabled child or an autistic child, please keep this in mind. You can call them and let them know that you're coming with your autistic or disabled child, which is pretty much the same thing, but any disability, and you could tell them that, and they'll give you this pass. And it's not necessarily to, you know, like the fast pass to get you up in the line really fast in the spare of the moment. You show them the pass, is what I'm told, and they tell you to come back at a certain time, and you go up front. You go ahead of everybody, so that your child and your family doesn't have to wait in line like we had to do. I mean, I'm telling you, for the Jurassic Park, it was 2-hour wait in line, and it was exhausting. And my son has feet problems, and I thought, oh my God, this was not a good idea. He's probably going to collapse, but he made it. It meant a lot to him, and we held him up, you know, with every strength we could give him, and we made it through, and we were really happy. But next time, I'll know. For anything park, I believe, does that. If you let them know you're coming with a disabled child or disabled adult, whatever, you get that pass, and then you just go do your thing. You come back at the time that they tell you, and you just go right ahead. You don't have to stay in those lines. So I wish I would have known. I would have definitely did that, because my son physically has a hard time, and even emotionally, mentally, it's that waiting, and that it's just a lot for him, a lot. And so he was a trooper, but still, I don't want him to go through that agony, whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically. I want it to be smooth and perfect for him as much as possible. But either way, we had an amazing, amazing time at Universal Studios. Took lots of beautiful pictures. I mean, just came back with an amazing memory. We came home refreshed again. The next day we headed out to the Santa Monica Pier and the beach. So we did the beach thing, and then we went to the pier. The kids went on the rides. I met up with my amazing sister. who I love to death. She met me there. She lives in the Laguna Beach kind of area, so she was like an hour and a half out versus when my brother was just like 15 minutes away from our hotel. So, but she met me there, and we just like, you could feel the love. I hadn't seen her, oh my God, and since last year when my brother unfortunately passed away. So it was so good to see her. We're so close. I love her to death. And so it was an emotional thing to see her, and we just had a good time on the pier. And then we had to go to our hotel, which is like, what, an hour away almost from the Santa Monica Pier. So we had to go back, shower, get ready, because my brother had set up a restaurant dinner for us. It's a place called Yamato's. It's a Japanese restaurant. He had a beautiful surprise where he had the whole family there. I hadn't seen my brother again since last year, since my brother died. And I just wasn't going to leave LA without seeing him. It just meant the world to me to do that. That was part of the plan. And so he had a reservation at this restaurant, and you could just see the love, feel the love, smell the love. When we took every picture and video possible, it turned out to be a big family reunion. My sister was there. She went to take a break and then met us at the hotel, and then we went together to the restaurant, which, like I said, was like 10, 15 minutes away from our hotel. And so it was just, I was overwhelmed with joy and happiness and love to be with my brother and sister and their family and my family and his kids, my nephews. I hadn't seen them in 17 years since my mom had passed away. And, you know, unfortunately, it's like that. It shouldn't be like that. And we both should make an effort to do much better than that. But I totally understand it, because when you have family and children and jobs and careers, and you live in two different countries or states, or you're really far apart, you really can't get together as much as you would want to, as much as you desire it, as much as you miss them. It's really difficult to get together. It really is. And yes, we could make a better effort. And I now know with everything within me, we will not let that many years go by. We will definitely try to get it together a lot more often. But it was so amazing to see them. There's a nephew that I have. His name is Michael. He's only 9 days younger than me. My mother and my sister-in-law were pregnant at the same time. I was born on the 17th of January. My nephew was born on the 26th. So I'm only 9 days older than him. And for many years, he never wanted to call me Auntie Carmen. He goes, "You're only 9 days older than me. I'm not going to call you Auntie Carmen." So I would always say, "Suit yourself," you know. And I never think about it. 30 years, well, actually not even 30 years later, when we were about 30, he came to my dad's house and he goes, "Auntie Carmen." I'm like, "Oh my God, the world's going to come to an end." He goes, "Oh, Auntie Carmen, don't you think it's time?" I'm like, "Whatever floats your boat." And I left it at that. But I was happy that he finally said that. And then, now that we saw each other, he was calling me Auntie Carmen. I was telling everybody the story. And my husband had asked him, "How do you feel seeing your aunt after so many years?" He goes, "I'm happy that she's happy." And that meant the world to me. And he just was hugging me, and you could just feel the love between us, and for my children, for my husband. And we tried to take as many pictures as we can till we're so exhausted we couldn't even take any more videos. And another wonderful thing that happened there is the chef. He cooks right in front of you. He does all these tricks. He lifted up his arm to do a trick, and my daughter noticed he had puzzle pieces, which is the symbol for autism. Yeah, I mean, puzzle pieces are for a lot of other things, but he lifted it up, and then I saw blue, and she goes, "Mom, did you see his arm?" And I was like, "What?" And so I asked him, I'm like, "Excuse me, if you don't mind me asking, why do you have puzzle pieces as your tattoo?" And he goes, "I have 2 children with autism." I'm like, "Oh my God." And my son was right next to him. My son is autistic. I'm like, that is just so special. And oh my God, once he knew my son was autistic, he did puzzle piece tricks for him, just was really into him. We took pictures with the chef. He put his chef hat on my son. We took videos, which I'm going to try to upload that video. It's so special. And I said, "Thank you so much. Not only are you amazing chef, the food was delicious. The tricks were the performance was great, great, great. I said, but what you did for my son, I said, this was definitely meant to be. Because my brother was thinking of almost choosing a Mexican restaurant, but he thought we should do something different. And I said, this was totally meant to be. And I said, and I can't thank you enough for what you did for my son. And I said, God bless you and your sons, and I'll never forget him. And he was Mexican, cooking in a Japanese restaurant, so him and my husband related. It was just perfect, perfect, perfect. But that's what we did, and we got each other's numbers. We made sure whoever didn't have numbers got numbers. We added each other on Facebook. Whoever wasn't on Facebook, we added each other's information, so we would never let this long go by without being in touch, and we would find more ways to stay in touch until we could come back together. We're planning on, me and my nephew, we turned 50 in January, so I'm thinking of going back to LA and having a big celebration for our 50th birthday and going out with a bang with him. I think it would just be amazing and special. He'd think it was just a great idea. So my brother was loving it. So it was just perfect, perfect, perfect. And then the next day we went to Hollywood Boulevard. We walked the Hall of Fame, took some pictures of the stars. And we saw a lot of characters from movies and stuff like the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Johnny Depp kind of thing, Michael Jackson, you name it. My children went to the Madame Tussauds. They've been wanting to go. I'm kind of sweating. It's like 106 degrees today here. Madame Tussauds, the wax museum of different famous people, and you'll see that in the video. I mean, they had Tupac. Oh my God. They had everybody. George Burns, Selena Gomez, Charlize Theron, Joan Rivers, oh God, did I say Tupac? Moses, the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is a Terminator. I mean, just everybody that you, Tom Hanks, just everybody that you can think of, and those pictures are in my slideshow. And so that was amazing for the kids. Then they had kind of like an Oscar and the red carpet, and we took pictures there. We did some shopping. And then we did the Jenny Rivera Boutique, which is one of my goals and dreams that I wanted to do. I love Jenny Rivera. She's everything to me. And I wanted to go to a boutique, and I got to do it. And I'm just so excited. Oh, my God. It's a really big store. It was located in a place that, for her being so famous and so big, I thought it would be in a sophisticated place. It's not in a very sophisticated place at all, but I totally understand why she did it, because she always was humble and always talked about coming from Long Beach. And it's not located in Long Beach. It's actually located in Panorama City, but she always talked about being in Long Beach and being poor, and her and her daughter Chiquis riding on a bike to get to school and to get to work, and her being in her brother's garage, and humble beginnings. And she always wanted to be in touch with that. She always wanted to stay there with that, even though she had the big mansion and the famous part of her life. But she always, and that's what I loved about her, just her humbleness and her groundness, and just with her people. And she wanted, I believe this is her reason, I believe she said this in a video, that she wanted her store to be reachable to those people. So it was kind of like in a flea market, not the best area, but the store itself was nice. The girls that were there were just amazing. I bought so many things there, and I can't wait to tell you, or to show you actually. But yeah, so that's where we went. And then after that, since we had my family reunion and we did all the things that we planned, we actually stayed an extra day, because my husband's cousins lived there, and he hadn't seen them in 30 years. They've been in 2 different countries, and so it's been very hard to get together. And so we went and spent the day with one of his, there were several cousins, so one day we went to spend the day with one cousin, and his little boy it was his birthday, and so we got to celebrate with his son, and they had a nice dinner, and we just had a good time. It was good to see the people I had already met before. We've been married 25 years. So I've been in this family a long time, and I'm not, close with everybody after many years. There's been some distance forever, never going back. There'll be no forgiving. Those are the kind of what I was talking about in a video of a Tag Me video where I answer Sakashu. I say there will be no going back. There will be no forgiving. Some of those people are there. It just, I don't want to really go into detail right now, but it's like after you've been in a family for 25 years and you've been so good to people and you've given them from money to gifts, I mean gifts for many years, the best of the best, every single person. I never missed one single person. I've been so loving, and so I gave them my heart. I gave them everything I could give for so many years. And to just have been just betrayed like unbelievably is beyond me. And I've forgiven before, but there comes a point where the things that are said and done, and especially when your children are affected and the hurt is geared towards them as well, and in such a evil garbage way. And I'm sorry to say this, and I didn't want to get into this on the video, but it's like, that's a line you don't cross. And so that's why I say there's no going back, no forgiving. But these family, it was so good to see the ones that I hadn't seen in so many years, like his uncle and his aunt. I mean, lovely people. His cousins, a lot of them I had never met or seen when they were real little, and maybe once or twice. But you know, so for the ones I hadn't met, it was a pleasure to meet them. They were really good to us, really sweet. The hospitality was amazing. I thank them. Thank you, everybody in my husband's family in LA. You guys were great. Thank you so much for the sweetness. They made us breakfast. They let us stay in their house. They made us feel so comfortable and so welcome and so loved. And that's what I love. That's what I appreciate, because I've given that. And so when someone gives me that back, it means the world to me. And so it was nice to see my husband see his cousins after 30 years. And so it was just nice. And we spent the next 2 days with his family, one cousin, and then we went to another cousin's house. And then the next morning we went to another cousin's house. And from there, we came back home. We came back home. We rested for like 3 days. When you're driving that many hours back and forth to there, 10 to 12 hours, back 10 to 12 hours, and in between going to places and things, it's a lot. It takes a toll on your body, on your mind, on your emotions, everything. So it was just so nice, because we had an amazing, perfect time. And if we could have stayed longer, I would have loved to. Then unfortunately, you have to come back home. So we came back home, and we're going to go straight to our second part of our vacation. But we decided we wanted to take 2 or 3 days just to enjoy our beds, enjoy our home, reboot, refresh, rethink our plan for our second part of our vacation. So once those 3 days were up, we repacked again and headed out to the opposite side, which was the Bay Area. We decided to go to the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, which I hadn't been in 30 years. It was still the same old boardwalk that I left 30 years ago, but with a whole lot more technology and a whole lot more stuff. I was so happy to be there. I was there with my kids. My niece Yvette, she joined us. It was so good to share that with her. We were there all day. We did the beach thing first. Then we went to the boardwalk. The kids went on every ride they could. We ate, we talked, we shopped. We just did everything you could possibly do. Then we went back to our hotel. The next day we had a beautiful breakfast in a restaurant. And then after the restaurant, we headed to see the movie with my niece. We went to see Straight Outta Compton, which is an amazing, amazing movie. You guys must see it. It broke box office already. I knew it would. It brought me back to my younger days, the memories of being in Oakland, California, the rap music coming onto the scene, the stories of Ice Cube and Dr. Dre. I remember it vividly. Eazy-E, the music, the stories, just the injustice that happened back then, you know, with police and just bad people. And it was just a perfect, perfect movie. When it comes out, I'm going to buy it. You will love it. Recommend it. Please, please go see it. It is a never to forget movie. It makes you laugh. It makes you cry. It makes you mad because of the injustice. It just makes you feel all these emotions. At the end of the movie, you're like a standing ovation. So that's what we did. And then we went to go see my mother's grave. My vacation wouldn't have been complete. My mother's grave is in the Bay Area. I went and we cleaned her grave and we put flowers and we spent some time talking with her and kissing her and just, you know, having some time with her and telling her I love her and I miss her. And, you know, I wish she could have been with us to share all of this with us, but, you know, we were there and we would be back. I love her and all this good stuff. I don't want to start crying. but I can feel it coming. Anyway, so it wouldn't have been complete. And then at the end of the night, we went to see my nephew Jeremy, which I love to death. He was working. He couldn't be with us. So we went to his job and we spent some time with him. It was good to see him. And then we bid a farewell and we were on our way back home. So we had like a 2-day second part vacation. And so we've been home since Sunday and we just been resting. I go back to work tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Thank God I have another day off right after that so I can kind of take it slowly. But yeah, it was just perfect. From every place we went, to everything we did, to every family member that we were with, to just being together as a family on the road, to everything we bought. I mean, it was amazing, perfect. We deserved it. We really needed this. I can't wait to do it again. And I just wanted to share that with you. Look forward to that video. That slideshow should be up. It's really good. So I'm just going to share with you the things that I bought. I bought less than what I thought I would buy because I was having so much fun just being with my family and enjoying the moment and the things and the places we were at and the people we were with that I bought a lot of stuff, but yeah, I thought I would just go crazy buying. But what I bought was more than enough, and I'm happy. And the gift that I got of going to the places that we were at, doing the things that we did, and being with the family that we were with is priceless. So anyway, moving forward to the stuff. At the well, I stopped at the store and I got me my little Caribbean hat, which I love my fedora hats. And I got about 4 of them. And this is one thing that Jenny Rivera liked. I liked it before Jenny Rivera even came out with them. But when she came out with them, I said, I know, me and this woman have a total connection. And so I bought it. It doesn't look good with the way my hair is now, but I wanted kind of this color one. So when I go to the Puerto Rican Festival, and then I wanted one that didn't have a band, so I could switch different color bands. So if I go to Puerto Rican Festival, I put the colors of Puerto Rico on there, whether it's just one red, white, or blue, or all 3 together, or any event that I'm doing, like if it's autism, I'll put the blue for autism. So I could turn this into so many different causes and events and mementos and then the Caribbean Latina would be there. So that's one of the things I got at the Jenny Rivera store. I did kind of go crazy a little bit, I think. The first thing I noticed was her perfume. She had many different perfumes. She had from the single perfumes to the set. I decided this singles were $55, the sets were $62. I thought, heck, for what, $7 more, you get 3 more things? I mean, it would be crazy if you didn't get the set. And she had many different perfumes. It was hard to choose. I could have got 2 or 3 of them, but I wanted to buy other things. So that's that one. And it just says Jenny by Jenny Rivera. That's the name of the perfume. I'm going to show you what's in the box. I don't want this to go over 30 minutes. It's almost there. So, let's see. You get, what is this? This is the shower gel. And then you get the mini pumps perfume for your purse, which I love because I always like to carry a little mini perfume with me in my purse. So I'm so glad she had this to her set. The regular big perfume, which I'm glad it was such a big bottle. And the lotion. So, I mean, I couldn't have asked for more for $62. Getting the set versus the single for $7 more. Come on, people. You know, and she had many different ones. And like I said, I kind of wish I would have bought another different set. But I wanted to buy other things. And so I had to just choose one set. And so I'm so excited. It's really good. And then I bought, God, my time is running out. I got to go fast. Her sweatsuit jacket, which is like this, my favorite color, purple. And then it has her initials on the back, Jenny Rivera. And then it's a zipper up. And there's a tag, Jenny Rivera Sport. Yes, it's a 3X. So I love it. Not only is it my favorite color, but it's designed by Jenny Rivera. It has her name written all over it. Oh my God, my time's running out. Then I got the beautiful cup by Jenny Rivera. There it goes, Jenny Rivera, purple, my favorite color. I love smoothies, so this was perfect for me to buy. Oh my God, I gotta go faster. This is the bag from Jenny Rivera. Then I got 2 cell phone covers. This is the one. I already used it. It's red and blingy like I love, Jenni Rivera. And then I've always wanted this cell phone case with this picture. I love this picture of her. See the fedora hat? Love that smoke coming out of her mouth. So I got that. And then I just got some makeup items. She didn't have a lot of makeup like I thought she would. I got an eyeliner and a lip gloss. I thought, because she made a palette with BH Cosmetics that looked amazing, and it wasn't there, and I heard they had discontinued. I don't know why. I would have loved to get that palette. I wish she would have had a bigger selection of makeup, because I love makeup. So that's what I got from Jenni Rivera. I'm so happy. Anyway, I got this from another store on Hollywood Boulevard. It's Manipular by the Dorel collection. It's for women. It's either perfume. It smells so good. I smelled the tester. It smelled amazing. Can't wait to add it to my perfume collection. And then I stopped in the Bay Area. My second part of my vacation, I stopped in the Forever 21 in San Jose. And I got 2 palettes, which is a nude palette, which is kind of like the Naked 1 and 2. It's in a box. I can't actually... I don't think I have time to take it out. Oh my God, I should have been more prepared. Okay, let me see if I can at least get this one out. So it's like that. Really pretty, from nudes to some pink tones there. Very shimmery. Love, love, love. So that was like neutral and pinks. This one is like, God, I should have been more prepared because my time is definitely running out. God, please give me time. And this was just more of a natural one. Neutrals and beige and browns. So it's kind of like the Naked 1 and 2 shimmery. I just thought it was amazing. Loved it. One is called Nude. One is called Natural. Then I bought this palette, which is very beautiful colors. From a pearl white to a soft pink, and then you go into your more fuchsia and shimmery. Just let me see if I can open this. Don't do this with your mouth. Oh my God, my time is running out. See if I can do this. This is my last item. So it's kind of like that. Hope the camera can capture it. It's pearl white, soft pink, peaches, a big strong pink, and then you get to your lavenders, your purples, your browns, your darker medium purples, an even beautiful gold color, and more pinks. I thought this was because I love shimmery, bling, 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 shimmery. I hate matte shadows. I love bling, the shimmery, and I love these colors. They're my favorite colors, so I bought 2. You know me already. If you've seen all my videos, if I love something, I'll buy doubles or a few of them. I'll buy extras just in case they discontinue or they don't have them or I can't be able to reach them. I'm covered for a good while. So that's pretty much I bought. If I can remember, my camera's gonna end, but I had an amazing, perfect vacation all the way from LA to the Bay Area, from Universal Studios to Santa Monica Pier Beach to Yamatos and the family reunions with my family, my husband's family, Hollywood Boulevard, the Walk of Fame, Madame Tussauds, Jenni Rivera, Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, to just being with my family and just having the most amazing, perfect vacation. Thank you, God. We made it home alive and safe. We had a great time. I owe it all to God and to my family. Back to work, but hey, I'm grateful and I'm blessed and I'm happy. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Oh my God, I'm almost throwing water at you. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Please do. I would really appreciate it. It'll give you all heads up on future videos and the videos I already have up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am back. I have so many ideas of videos that I'll be putting up this week. Please look forward to that. So you have to subscribe. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care until my next video. See you guys later.